Have a good one, sir. Hi, have a great day. Oh, hey, sir. You have a great day, sir. All right, guys, have a great day. Buenos dias, papa.
Thank you.
This is the real Hollywood in California. They're giving us some gospel tracks. Walking amongst the stars. Hi, miss. Have a great day. So right here in the midst of it is homeless people laying. Have a great day, sir. People pretty receptive to the tracks. How you doing today, sir? Good. Hey, I'm from New York City, and over there, I got friends that are from there, and they're like, yo, I said, Hollywood, the way you think it is on a movie, music videos, it's not like that in real life.
Agreed.
And so why do you think, though, like the movies, music, and media portray this to be something like glamorous and good? And by the way, there's probably good restaurants here. I'm not saying there ain't nothing good, but like, for example, we just walked past a homeless guy. We both did, and laying on the street right by one of the stars.
Yeah.
But they don't show that.
No.
So they don't show a issue that's here with homeless people, with the drugs.
I'm homeless myself.
Okay.
I just left my lady.
Okay.
She turned to drugs.
Yeah, I got some bottles of water, buddy. I want to give out some bottles of water and stuff.
Oh shit.
And I got this for you too, for the rain.
I'm good.
You good with that one?
Yeah, I'm not really afraid of the rain.
But okay, so I'm sorry to hear that. But now my question is, what people come homeless and off on drugs for different reasons. So I help people in New York City. I do the same thing. Now I am a Christian, and Jesus tells me to go looking for people that are going through issues. He says go looking for the lost sheep. So I literally practice that even alone sometimes. Sometimes I go out with people, but some people end up homeless because somebody dies. Some people end up homeless because of drugs. Some people mental illness. There's all kinds of different reasons. So what would be your reason, you think?
My reason was I didn't save enough money.
You didn't save enough money.
My dad at the time, he never really taught me how to be conservative in savings with money. So I never really knew how to end up building a profit and making myself double than what I was spending.
Yeah.
So I'd make more than what I'm spending. And I ended up losing everything I had. I used to be on drugs and we got solid clean. It was going on 9 years this year, and the lady I'm with broke that, and I ended up relapsing because I didn't want to deal with the pain, the stress, the struggle. And after going to the doctors yesterday, I only got a year left to live because of the stress.
Wow, what did they diagnose you with? I'm sorry to hear that.
I have severe low blood pressure going to my brain.
Oh wow.
I don't have enough blood. I don't have enough blood flow there. Plus, she ended up catching gonorrhea from somebody.
Oh wow.
And she didn't tell me. I ended up getting it. Went to Savon right there. Got the shot and everything. Got everything cleared.
Yeah.
And then she told me that she didn't have anything. She went and got tested, got clean, everything, and everything was negative. I'm like, okay, what was that test? Because here's my papers. I showed her it, and she looked at it, and she started laughing. I'm like, that's not something funny to deal with.
Yeah.
So, because of her, I can no longer have kids.
Wow.
I'm stuck with one. He's about to turn 9 this year.
Wow.
Mumbos.
You got your buddy here. What's his name?
Her name is
Her.
Mumbas.
Mombos?
Mumbas.
Mumbas. Mumbas. Okay.
She's pregnant as well, and she's due at the end of the month.
Oh wow. Well, that's good. You got a companion with you. And now I want to say this. I've realized different people, they come from different backgrounds and different issues. Like, so I didn't know my dad either until I was 10 years old. So I didn't know who he was. Yeah, I was just raised with my mom. And just like your dad not teaching you certain things, so you could only imagine I wasn't taught certain things. So I met him at 10 years old.
I didn't know who my real family was until I was 17, and I was just about to leave for the military.
Oh wow.
And I ended up meeting them before I got 17 and a half.
Yeah.
I was still in school. I finished, and then I got out, graduated, early graduated, 17 and a half, went into basic training. By the time I got done with basic training, I was already turning 18, and they shipped me.
Oh wow. Wow. So what I'm getting at too, once I met him, he taught me one good thing. He said just always work. Some other things weren't so good, but in the midst of it all, I grew up going to church and I hated it.
Yes.
I hated going to church. You said yes, so
I always went to church with my grandma. Every Sunday. Every Sunday as I was a kid. I went to church with my grandma every day. I gotta rearrange this stuff on my bed.
Yeah.
This shit's killing my neck.
Oh yeah, you got a lot of stuff on you. And you hated it.
Yeah, I heard it.
Well, what were some reasons why you didn't like going to church?
After she died. Everything was good. Everything was going good with her. She ended up calling me and was like, "Hey, doctors say everything's going good." She had cancer, and I don't know what type of cancer it was, but it
killed her. Yeah, destroyed her.
It destroyed her, and it destroyed a part of me.
Yeah, I'm sorry to hear that. But she was real close to you?
She was the main person I would go to.
Like your mom?
Advice.
It was like your mom.
Like my mom.
Yeah, yep. I'm sorry to hear that.
She called me, and it was one night. She said, "Hey, the doctors say everything's going good. Tomorrow, I'll be going back home. I can't wait to see you for Christmas." I get a call the next night from my dad. My dad tells me, "Do you want to hear bad news or bad news?" I said, "What are you talking about, bad news or bad news? It's got to be good news, right?" He's like, "I don't think so in this case." I was like, "What do you mean?" Dale went to go see Grandma this morning, and it was already a code blue with doctors and nurses flooding into a room. I was like, what do you mean? What's going on? Grandma good? And he was like, Grandma died to intensive bleeding into her brain.
Wow. That's so sad. I'm so sorry to hear that. So going back to that, I got one grandmother who passed away, and my other grandma's still alive.
Ever since then, I'll never step foot in the church.
Okay, but what do you got then against the church then? Because God didn't protect her, you feel? God didn't heal her? Or is it something the church did that was bad?
It's not towards any church. It's more towards, I'm starting to understand and look at everybody's their own body. Okay?
Yep.
Everybody's their own soul. Everybody's their own spirit. Everybody has their own brain, their own heart. Okay? Everybody is their own God in their own way.
You think everybody's their own God in their own way?
In their own way. It just depends on what they choose to do with it.
Yeah.
What they choose to do with their life.
Yeah. But one guy could say that he's God, and now he can go ahead and rape every woman and man that he wants. But that would be false and wrong. You even said no. So that would be wrong. I agree with you. No. I think with this, I researched and looked into, you know, who is God, and looked into multiple religions, and they all respect one person. You ever heard of someone named Jesus?
I'm not that young.
But you heard of him a little bit, Jesus.
Yeah.
So this Jesus that a lot of people respect and stuff, they say that Jesus is respected in Hinduism,
if you also
Islam.
look back in the Old Testament, the name Joshua
Joshua, yeah.
was not Joshua. It was Yahshua with a Y.
Yes, correct, not a J. That's right. Yeah, that was a good. That's a good point. It's with a Y because it comes from Hebrew. There was no J yet. You're right. I agree. Now, this Jesus is respected as a prophet of God, a teacher of God. And so what he does is he teaches the word of God. Now, this Jesus, he says that the only way that people can get to a good place called heaven, there's a good place heaven, bad place hell. There's two places. And the only way to get to heaven is to be perfect without sin, without bad. But the issue is,
there's sin in everybody.
there is. That's the issue right there.
Everybody sins.
Where everybody said, you're right, you're 110%. So the issue is that. So now, Jesus says he helps us, and this is how he helps us. Jesus died for our sins. Jesus would live a perfect life. He never sins, not even one time. There's no biblical or outside source that said Jesus raped women or was doing bad things. There's no source like that. Jesus doesn't do it. The Bible too, if anybody studied the Bible, it doesn't show, it shows all it's transparent. It shows all the issues, all the sin, even from disciples and other people. So
Let me ask you this.
but Jesus is nothing.
Let me ask you this.
No sin. Yeah.
The churches and priests, pastors, they all speak of
Toma, papa.
there's a heaven and there's a hell.
Sure.
Okay.
Because Jesus says it.
If you really truly look at it, we're all in hell. The reason why is because we're in heaven. Why would we feel pain? Why would we feel hurt? Why would we be hurt? Why would we be killed?
Yeah.
Died? Death?
Yeah.
Like,
It's a good question. Yeah. So I understand because of somebody like your life circumstances
Why?
too. It's
Also-
more on the bad end.
when people say that hell is below and heaven is above,
Sure.
why do they put us 6 feet below?
Sure. Okay. So Jesus talks about hell as a place like he compares it to similar to a jail in the Bible.
When they nailed him on a cross in the air.
Yeah. Yeah.
above.
Yeah. And then they put him in the tomb. But hold on. Let's not talk about that part yet. So Jesus says